Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is lovelalonnie. Thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoy it and join the fam and subscribe. Also comment, those are welcome, I like y'all opinions too. So today's video, I titled it Top Everyday Perfumes for Women. Now these fragrances are, I feel all fragrances are unisex. I know some are targeted toward a certain group, but I don't feel like I leave anybody out. You know what I'm saying? If you want to smell like this, smell like it. Don't matter. But these are more feminine fragrances, meaning everyone could wear them, but it's more feminine. So if you like to smell more feminine, then I suggest you continue watching, because there might be one in here that you already own. If not, you might want to own, because these are all individually different, but yet feminine, everyday, non-offensive type of fragrances. So if that is your vibe, if you want to see what I have for you guys, then just go ahead and keep on watching, and let's jump right into the video. Also, if you are returning, thank you. I appreciate y'all. Just don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you are feeling this video, give it a thumbs up and give me your feedback, because I do want to know what you guys are thinking when y'all watching these videos. And I also would like to know if you own any of these for your everyday, if some of them are your signature, whatever, put it in the comment box and let's begin. So the first fragrance that I am going to mention to you guys is Miss Dior Eau de Parfum. This is the updated version of what started out as Miss Dior Cherie. That was like a very love signature type of fragrance for me. It took me a while to adapt to the newer ones they were coming out with. Like prior to this one, there was another one. I have that one. There was another one that was, I want to say their 2017 launch. Maybe it's a lot, the juice is a lot more darker, and it is a much more warm type of like vanilla, much more cozy winter appropriate fragrance. But this one was launched in 2021. This is the one that has the ribbon with the little flake, like dusty glitter of pink and blue and yellow. And this one, like I say, it took me a minute to adapt to it, because the Miss Dior Cherie, that one had like a popcorn note. It was strawberry popcorn floral. So some would classify it as a fruity floral, but let me get these notes. Okay, some would classify it as a fruity floral, but with this one, I feel like it's much more like vanilla, slightly powdery. It is a sweet floral, but not like super sweet, like sugary candy. No, it's just more like very inoffensive and dainty. I mean, if you're comparing this to the old Dior Cherie, and also I'm going to put the notes up here so we can also go about the notes. If you're comparing this to the old Miss Dior, you probably will be disappointed, because when I first smelled it, I was disappointed. That's only because I was looking for the strawberry and the popcorn note in the original one. But this one is a little bit more sweet and floral. Like the first one was floral, but this one is a lot more floral. I see where they were going with it. It still gives me Miss Dior vibes. It's just a lot more soft floral and everyday, non-offensive, like super girly. Like I didn't get that from the Cherie. It was very good, but I didn't get florally sweet. It was different. It was fun. It was a little bit more up-tempo, a little bit more different, because it had popcorn and like strawberry. But with this one, it's just a simple, like really dainty, girly, florally sweet perfume. Now, the notes read iris, peony, and lily of the valley in the top notes. Oh, I hope y'all can't hear these gardeners. Like seriously? Y'all gonna start now? Excuse me if y'all hear them. But in the middle notes, I'll just talk louder. But in the middle notes, you have apricot, rose, and peach. And for the base, vanilla, musk, tonka bean, benzoin, and sandalwood. Now, I love the base. I love the dry down. It's more like a sweet, little fruity though, because of the middle, the apricot and the peach. But that's not what I get when I smell it. I get more of like rose and iris and vanilla. Yeah, That's definitely what I get. But from the iris and the top note and the sandalwood and the base, I feel like those are the components that makes it a little powdery, but it's nowhere near super, super powdery. Okay, just keep that in mind. It's not super powdery at all. But yes, that is Miss Dior, the 2021 version, and love it. Next up we have C Fiori by Giorgio Armani. You guys, this is I get fruity vanilla, slightly powdery, slightly, but not like, don't think when I say powdery, it's just what makes it smooth. Like it's not harsh. Let me just say that it's not harsh. This one is similar to me to its original, only in a more floral, slightly fruitier type of perspective. If you ask me, when I wear this, it dries down to the original C, but I feel like those florals in there just make it really, really dainty and a little bit more, less sweet, lots more floral, airy. It almost smells like there is strawberry in here. I get like a really soft strawberry milkshake. That's what I get from this. So it's very light, okay? It's not going to be like super offensive or anything like that, because the original C is not really offensive. The original C, to me, it doesn't really have a punch. Like, it lasts, but it doesn't have like that super, super punch where someone would smell you and be like irritated or something. It's almost like a typical crowd pleaser, and that's what this one does too. Especially if you like a little bit more florals, I would say try this one out. But yeah, I get strawberry milkshake, and with this one you have blackcurrant in the top note, so that's why I feel like it still holds some of that C DNA, the original one. But in the beginning you do get a little bit more, you get like some type of slightly fruity. I get strawberry, but it says it has green mandarin, so it could be the green mandarin and the rose in the middle and the slight neroli that's making it sweet and giving up that strawberry effect. But this one does have added oak moss and then vanilla and white musk in the dry down, and it's super beautiful, and it's just very light. It's a smooth floral, not offensive at all. It's probably the least offensive one that I will mention. But you have to like florals, of course, and if you enjoy the original one, I really feel like you will enjoy C Fiori. They do a really good job at their flankers, kind of holding up to the original but also being different. That's C Fiori. Next one is Signorina from Salvatore Ferragamo. This is a very beautiful, sweet rose, but soft spicy too. It has a kick, so it's a freshie. In my opinion, this is a freshie. So this would be a little bit more suitable for a, I would say office. These are all office appropriate because they're not super offensive at all. They're light, freshy rose, kind of almost smells like you're stepping out of the shower type of deal. So I feel like it has that soft spicy kick in the beginning. Like if you're into red currant or pink pepper, which is in the top notes, you're gonna really, really love this because the middle is a floral heaven. You have rose, peony, and jasmine, and that's what makes it so soft. I feel like the middle floral notes is what gives it that beautiful, soft and dainty, girly, feminine type of smell. It's just, it's so perfected without, like I say, being offensive. Let me see something. Yeah, definitely that red currant and the pink pepper in the beginning makes it soft spicy, but it's not so harsh to where it makes it a spicy fragrance. I think it just gives it like that punch, and then it fades away and you get all those beautiful florals in the middle, and then it dries down to a kind of musk and patchouli. So it has that sweet base with a little bit of musk in there. Beautiful, beautiful everyday freshie. This one is like probably the most freshest one out of all the ones I will mention, but yet still being floral and feminine and everyday dainty. For the price, you just can't go wrong. All these will be linked in the bottom as well. The next one is for the girls that like names, you know, like, girl, I'm wearing this, I got on this, girl. We have Chanel Chance Attendre, okay? So this is like a floral, fruity citrus. Also a little bit fresh, but not as fresh as the last one that I mentioned. The last one kind of gives you that girly, fresh out the shower, a little spicy vibes. This one is like boss chick every day in the office, making that coin, but I still smell good and I'm very feminine. Like I'm a boss, but don't get it wrong, I'm feminine. That's what this gives me. This right here, the quince, okay, the quince and the grapefruit in the opening, I definitely get that quince, but I think that it plays so well with those middle notes because you don't see a lot of fragrances with quince, grapefruit in there when they use fruits, in my opinion. This is probably like the first one that I really looked at the notes and seen this. I'm sure there's plenty out there, but like in my collection, I don't have anything with a lot of quince, but it smells so good. I do get that jasmine pushing through, and then it's not powdery, but it could be slightly depending on what your nose pick up. If you pick up a lot of iris, which is in the base note, once it dries down, it will definitely be a little bit more slightly powdery because it does have musk, Virginia cedar, and amber and iris in the base. So all of those can kind of lean a little bit powdery for some people, but what I've noticed about wearing this is that the fragrance smell lasts throughout the whole lifeline of it, and it's pretty consistent. There's nothing that overpowers one more than the other. In the beginning, you do get that fresh citrus burst, and then I feel like as it dried down, it does go into a beautiful attaining the citrus still, but a beautiful floral direction, and it's still mature, but yet very feminine and girly. I do feel like all of these are definitely all age appropriate because they're just more so tapping into your femininity, like wanting to feel beautiful. Some of these fragrances, if not all, make you feel very beautiful and girly, and that's what Chanel Attendre does for me. It's just one of those that, I mean, someone asks you like, what you wearing, girl? You like, Chanel. Yeah, that Chance line, girl. Yeah. You know, it's just like one of those. So that's what I get from this one. Next, so I've talked about this one on my channel. This is another affordable one. Oh, I said this Signorina one was affordable, but I think this one is just as, you can get this one for just as good of a deal as the other one as well. So this is the second one that I have that I'm mentioning that is super affordable, and it serves its purpose. Not a complex fragrance. You're not going to get a very confusing structure. You know, it's just, it's so unthinkable. Like, you don't have to think when you're wearing this. Just spray it on and you're gonna get what it is, okay? So it's sweet, vanilla, and floral. Sweet vanilla, floral, slightly a little bit powdery, but not really. I don't even get powder from this. It's very soft, if anything, super soft. Like I said, it depends on what your nose pick up, but I definitely get sweet, definitely get a little bit of floral. So it's sweet and floral, and let's go into it. So the opening notes, raspberry, neroli, and mandarin orange. You definitely get raspberry. Neroli does give it that, like, this is like a gourmand floral, you know, but it's still super girly and everyday. And like I say, you don't have to think much on this. It doesn't have too many notes. The middle is orange blossom and jasmine, and the base is marshmallow, vanilla, sandalwood, and heliotrope. This is not, when you smell this, you smell raspberry and marshmallows and jasmine. This is exactly what you smell. That's it. If your nose picks up mandarin orange and orange blossoms, you're gonna get a hint of that too. But it's this, that's not the main focus on this one at all. It's like once you spray it, it literally smells like a burst of raspberry. Then it's driven by a bunch of jasmine, which is like the responsible party of the floral note that you're gonna get from this. And it dries down to a beautiful marshmallow floral type of fragrance. I think the raspberry does hold up a little bit, but as it dries, that jasmine and marshmallow is the last one standing, like final round type of deal. But like I said, it's not hard. It's not a complex fragrance. It's not much to think of. You don't have to think hard when you wear this, but yes, very good, everyday, feminine, non-offensive type of fragrance. This is Narciso Rodriguez for Her. This is the one in the black bottle. This is the EDT. I find the EDT to be a lot more airy, fresher than the pink bottle. I think the pink bottle is EDP, but I find the EDT one to project more, last a little bit longer. Crazy, right? This is definitely your musky floral, honey. And I'm talking like you gotta love musk to want to rock this. Like the florals is like neck and neck with it. So you're just getting musky and white floral out of this, and it smells so good. The osmanthus is what's throwing at you when this sprays. Like bergamot, the top notes bergamot, and the osmanthus is what you really catch. And follow behind that burst of that first opening. Like I said, that musk is kicking, but it's a feminine musk. It's not harsh. It's not too animalic. It's like musky fresh. And then vetiver, vanilla, and patchouli is your base. Beautifully done, soft, musky floral fragrance for a woman. Like sometimes musk can be harsh, or it could be maybe masculine to some, or just not appealing to animalic. I get it. This is not that. This is girly, 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 office appropriate. And you don't need much of this, because even though it's an EDT, when I tell you, once you spray it, put a few sprays, a couple sprays up here. I mean, I'm an oversprayer, but trust me, I have oversprayed fragrances and it almost ruined the fragrance for me. I think it actually ruined one, if I'm not mistaken. And I realized because I oversprayed it, it didn't have nothing to do with the fragrance being, you know, not smelling good. I loved all the notes in there, but I was like, damn, I done ruined it for myself. Because when you first start off wearing fragrances, y'all, just start off light, just 1 or 2 sprays. Build yourself up to those. Even if you're heavy-handed, whatever you're trying out, build yourself up to spraying a lot when you're testing something new, because, honey, I almost choked. Anyway, beautiful, musky, white floral bomb. And that is Narciso Rodriguez for Her. EDT. Next, we have something quite airy, quite fruity and floral, but definitely talked about when compared to Baccarat Rouge 540. And that is none other than Burberry Her. Okay, the girls be talking. And let me tell you, they say that this smells like Baccarat Rouge 540, but let me tell you what it is. In the notes, got all these notes, right? But this has that airy ambroxan type of like thing going on. So this has strawberry and raspberry listed in the beginning. It has all these fruits, right? Lemon, blackberry, sour cherry. You know, it's a whole list. But when you smell this, this smells like raspberry, violet, jasmine. I smell both of them, but more violet. Raspberry, violet, airiness. This is a very fruity, airy type of fragrance. Now, this has that same type of style where, you know how like when you're wearing 540, you may think it's gone, but then someone will be like, oh, you smell good. And you're like, dang, I don't even smell myself no more. This has that same type of effect. The only thing that saves this is the fruitiness. So they do have the same vibe. They don't smell the same. They have the same vibe. To me, they're both airy and soft and gentle. And like this is probably the only one I'm mentioning that is so airy, but yet fruity, a little sweet and floral. And it's just like, it's like wearing nothing, you know, but it is something. So yeah, this is a more fruitier take, preferably raspberry is what I'm smelling mostly, the strawberry and raspberry in here. This is a much more fruitier take on Baccarat Rouge 540. So if you like that one and it's too sweet for you, or you can't get with the ambroxan too much, and you do like fruits, this would be a good alternative to that. It's the same maker. Maison Francis Coupe John made this too. So he knows what he's doing, okay? This is a more fruitier, preferably raspberry take on Baccarat Rouge 540. And it's super airy, and I think it's beautiful for work. for lunch, for breakfast, it's just one of those that's not going to make someone feel like, what are you wearing? If anything, they're just gonna compliment you because it's effortless. Speaking of amazing Francis Kirk John, we have Gentle Fluidity Gold, honey. And y'all know I had to mention this because this right here is a beautiful vanilla amber fragrance. Okay, vanilla amber, slightly woody, little bit powdery. Slightly. I think this was created by the perfume gods. Okay, beautiful, beautiful vanilla. This is another airy one. I wouldn't say it's as airy as Burberry Her, but it's definitely a beautiful light vanilla fragrance. And the lasting power on this is amazing. You guys already know MFK is like one of my favorite perfume houses, fragrance houses. And he just cooks up some of the finest fragrances there is. If you're really, really into vanillas, I would say out of all of these, this is the heaviest vanilla that I will go for. The other ones you can still smell the vanilla in there, but this is like vanilla heaven. This is probably like a sophisticated vanilla though, not one of those very gourmandish vanillas, because this is not really done in a very, even though it's a lot of vanilla, it's not really done in a very gourmand type of way where it smells edible. No, I wouldn't say this smells edible. This smells very sophisticated and mature. Like this is like vanilla luxury right here, vanilla luxe. So that is Maison Francis Kirk John Gentle Fluidity Gold. And then last up, I have a decan of Viktor&Rolf Flower Bomb. This is the last one that I have, and oh, this smells so good. Like, this is the most powdery one that I'm mentioning. Out of all the ones I'm mentioning, this is the most powdery. So it's like, I get patchouli floral, so it's sweet. And I get like a sweet white floral powdery type of fragrance when I smell this. Looking at the notes, it opens up with tea, bergamot, and osmanthus. You have orchid, jasmine, rose, freesia, and African orange flower, and then patchouli, musk, and vanilla in the base. This is like a very feminine, floral, sweet patchouli, and yeah, when I smell this, it's just so powdery, but it's a very airy, a youthful powdery fragrance. It's not like, it doesn't smell antique. It just smells very, very white floral powder, sweet. And I think the patchouli is mostly responsible, but it doesn't have like a dirty patchouli smell. I think the orchid and rose and patchouli working all together is what I'm picking up the most. But yes, if you love a floral powdery, but you also want it to be a little bit sweet, this is definitely your vibe. But yeah, if you're looking for like a white floral, powdery, sweet, I would definitely go with Flower Bomb. It smells so good. It's so likable. For it to be very powdery, it's still very sweet and likable by the mass. So, and that is it, you guys. I hope you guys enjoy all of these fragrances that I mentioned. If you do own any of them, please leave it in the comment box. What is your favorite that I mentioned? Drop it down below. Let me know which one of these you like or you will prefer. I think they are all great, and there's not one over the other that I would probably choose. But for the most part, I like these for an everyday scent. These are the ones that I would reach for when running everyday errands or so forth, or lunches, or anything that I just want to feel more feminine, uplifted, and very girly, like in touch with my femininity. I would reach for these. Yes, if you did like this, also don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.